guys, welcome back to The Struggle with Candice Thompson. I am Candice Thompson. Surprise, surprise to my loyal listeners for coming back. Thank you so much to my new listeners. Welcome. This show is about the challenges of being an adult because it is a lot most days. So I have this show so we can talk about it and laugh about it, and hopefully you can relate. You can follow me on social media at Jokes by Candice. You can find me at CandiceThompsonComedy.com. And if you... Is that my website? Yes, it is. I so infrequently check it. Also, if you have not subscribed to the podcast, make sure you do that. We're on all podcast platforms, and we're on YouTube. Subscribe there. Also, rate and review us on iTunes because it makes a tremendous difference. And if you haven't told somebody about this podcast and you're enjoying it, tell somebody. Now, I'm going to introduce somebody who's no stranger to the struggle.
Yeah.
He brings struggle with him.
Turn my headphones up. Yo. Yo, you crazy for this one, Just Blaze?
Why are you sitting so far away?
I'm sorry.
For the love of God.
I can't sit within your glow. You was on Colbert last night. I can't. This glow has hit me too hard.
I was on Colbert. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, I'm a good plugger.
Rell Battle, comedian.
Yeah, barely.
Extraordinary. Barely.
Occasional.
Rell, you're hilarious. You're one of the funniest people I know.
Occasional comedian.
And he's so delightful that I keep asking him back.
Yeah. Who's been here more than me other than Mal?
Well, Brenda, because she took over for Mal, but now she's on the road in the middle of the country.
Okay, good for her.
Not doing stand-up, but for her nonprofit. She's raising money for that. Like Mind. When she comes back, we'll talk more about that. But anyway, and I would like to point out at this time that I did ask Rell if he wanted to be my co-host. Oh, and what did you say?
I can't commit to things, right? Didn't I say that?
And then I called you a podcast fuckboy.
Yeah. I said, this is a job. I don't want a job. I think that's what I said. I don't remember.
You just want to come in, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and then not text me the next day.
I'm not reliable. By the way, I'm wearing sunglasses inside, so in case anybody's on the
are, and I want to know why. What? Why?
I think it makes me feel cooler because of the heat. Like
your eyes aren't sweating.
I don't know. I think it makes me feel like...
There's also no sun in here.
See, I feel way hotter now. And it's warm inside.
It is hot in here.
You like that, audience?
Rell, plug your social media. Where can people find you?
Rell Battle, everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah,
Twitter's.
Still on Twitter.
And is Superior Donuts on Hulu?
It's at the throwaway bin at Walmart. You can go cop it. All 24 episodes.
It was CBS, right?
Yeah, it was CBS.
CBS was Colbert, so now I have a CBS. We have that in common.
CBS plug, you right?
Yeah.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. And you retweeted me yesterday.
He's my homie.
Thank you, Rell.
I'm Team Candice all day.
You guys don't understand because Rell gives me such a hard time.
No, I don't.
You do. You came in giving me a hard time talking about me not liking other people, and
you be like, I thought I had issues with comics. You be having low IQ.
You haven't even told me your issues. The only one I know about is one everybody knows about.
Yeah, but I don't
even know about the other ones.
We just keep it whatever.
Yeah, I just am vocal about mine. You keep yours inside, which is why men die quicker.
I don't keep it inside. We just beef. It is what it is. It's like, yo, you see me go the other way. It's not an issue.
Yeah, but that's what it is. I agree, but I just like talking about it. It gives me life. It gives me life when someone else is...
Because you're emotional.
Because I'm a woman. Yeah, you can say I'm a woman.
I wasn't going to say because you're a woman. I say because you're emotional. I know emotional men, too.
Oh, for sure. But we hold on to things.
We ain't going to Candace dropped the woman card like it's a space spades.
I did.
Catch me. You don't like my outfit? Because I'm a woman.
I did drop it. And people are emotional for sure, but at the same time, we do hold on to things longer. I do know that for a fact.
Okay.
Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me. I'm actually glad to be here. I've been seeing a while. You be faking on we be trying to get lunch like.
I text you today. You didn't respond.
I don't respond to texts on Saturdays.
You responded, but you didn't answer the question, and then you show up with food. I said, "Do you want to grab lunch afterwards?"
I've been waiting for you. I was supposed to be here at 3:00. She pushed me back twice. I got bumped twice.
No.
I got bumped twice.
I got bumped twice because you did the first bump, Paul. You said, can you do that 15 after because this session before me? And then Trenton was running late.
I got bumped twice. One dude was in the Ohio Players. He was here when I got here.
He did have on some Detroit
with
shoes.
His bass guitar.
He did look like he was going to a jazz fest.
Happy feelings in the air.
He looked like he was about to go listen to some Frankie Beverly and Maze.
He's going to Essence.
Before I let go.
Boom, 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 boom. Hit electric slide flats on us.
He wanted the Detroit Players. Trenton has no idea we're roasting him right now. He's just driving home, smiling, thinking about what a great podcast we just had. Had no idea we're just tearing him a new one.
100%.
Okay, so what I want to talk about, the struggle I want to talk about first, Rell, is... You'll be able to, because you're a comic, so you understand. But like in the, I have a new job. I'm in the writer's room for David Spade's new show.
Up late night?
Lights Out.
Lights Out. I'm sorry.
Very close.
David Spade, Comedy Central. Lights Out, premiering
Monday
night.
So actually, this will be, when this drops, it'll have premiered the night before. So It drops on the 29th, which was yesterday, because this is going to come out on Tuesday. But yes, and it's a daily show, and it comes on after the Daily Show. So yeah.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good look.
It is a great look.
What's on after the Daily Show now?
Who cares?
Okay. What's your struggle?
What's going to come on after is Lights Out. So I'm in a writer's room. And so I've been in writer's rooms before but they were just for pilots that didn't go anywhere. So I was in there.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. I was we won.
Yeah.
I finally got one that stuck.
Yeah.
And so I've been in rooms no more than like 2-3 weeks. And that's it. And so being in a room every day for a long time with people who are exceptionally funny, I feel like, and I don't know if this is just me, but I felt on certain days, it's like an emotional roller coaster. Because we come in on days sometimes at 8:30 in the morning, and it's like, we need 15 monologue jokes from you, like right now. And it's like, okay. And I don't know about you, but my brain don't start really functioning until we're comics. So we're up late at night, and we don't even get up a lot of time till like 10 noon in the afternoon. And so you're on a schedule now. And then if you have jokes that don't land in front of other people, it's a different kind of feeling than when a joke doesn't land in front of a crowd of people you don't know. It's a different feeling when you're trying to impress people that you're still, I got hired for the job, but I'm still proving myself to these people because they're like, I got referred to them and other people's names are on the line because they referred me to them. So it's like, I have something to prove. Also, I'm the only black woman in the room.
Are you the only woman in the room?
No, there's 2 other women and then there's one other black person. It's a black man.
Do you feel insecure sometimes?
Well, that's what the struggle is. It's like, I do feel a little insecure, but it's like, because you'll say something and it doesn't land, or you pitch something and it's like, okay, that wasn't great. But that's everybody's experience in the room. Like, that's just what happens.
Nobody has 15 straight hitters. Oh.
No, but
so if you get 1 or 2 and
you're great. You're gold. But it still stings a little bit when you're like, when he picks his monologue jokes and none of the ones you wrote made it to the stage. Wow. You're like, or if one of them that does make it to the stage, he tells it and it doesn't work. It's that same feeling. It's like, but it's a daily, you have to recalibrate every day, even in the middle of the day. Like, because the first half of the day will suck because none of my pitches went well. But then the second day, I would have nailed all of them that I pitched. So it's like, I redeemed myself that day. But then I have to reset because the same shit could happen the next day. So it's just this emotional roller coaster of feeling like you have to prove it. But I know it's not just me. I know we all feel like that. But it is also, I think there's some narcissism with that as well, because I feel like they care so much about what I'm saying. But it's like there's so many other people in here that they have to worry about. So they're not focusing on me. That's just me.
Every single writer probably feels that exact way.
I'm sure.
But this is your first.
This is my first, like.
Are they all vets? Or?
We're Pootie Tang's in the room with me, Lance Crowther. So he's been writing since, right, for sure. So no. And then another guy in there is Bobby Miyamoto. Super funny dude who is one of Spade's, like, friends. So like, and I don't know, they met probably 8 or 9 years ago, and he opens for Spade on the road. Okay. Super funny guy. And then there's Keith Carey and Counter McSpadden, who from Rell Battle. And that's how
they knew it in you.
For sure. But I think they both wrote on Historical Roast. Connor also wrote on the MTV Awards. But Jeff Ross is like, that's where they came from. It's like the Jeff Ross and then him putting in words for them and whatever.
I'll mention that by asking. Okay, good.
So, and then there's a chick next to me named Glenn Buzan, I think is how she pronounces her last name, who is great. And she comes from she's written on the opposition with Klepper. And then the other chick, Chelsea Davison, is one of the EPs on the show.
Experienced.
Yeah, she was on At Midnight and also the opposition. So I think I'm the only and I think they were all like, when I told them that, it was kind of like, what? Because they didn't get that vibe from me. They were like, you're funny and you're killing it. So it doesn't feel like this is the first actual writer's room that you've been in. So I'm not giving that off, which is a relief to me. But
yeah, but you've had the
oh yeah, I've been right, and also just doing stand up in itself is I know to write jokes.
You're naturally funnier than most people in that room anyway,
right?
And then in a month they'll be like, oh, can't they laugh at our joke?
I hope so.
You know what I'm saying?
I hope so, but they love me there, and I feel super comfortable, and it's a great experience. But it is one of those things where it's like, you think you're comfortable, because we've been in there for almost a month and a half now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think I've gotten over it, and then I'll have a day where it's like, oh man.
And I don't think you realize,
I feel shitty.
I don't think you realize you're going to work forever. I'm not going to say, but writers told me, once you're in the one writer room, being a black and being a woman, you're going to work, you're going to always, and you're going to always work forever.
Have that.
I learned that my first writing room was like, okay, well.
And which one were you in?
What's the first one? I was in the Apple writing room. And this is what.
Oh, didn't we do that?
Before that. This before.
Oh, okay. Because we did the Beats by Dre thing together.
But there's another room. It was like Neil Owen.
Nice.
Just.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Isn't that it's intimidating.
Yeah, you think?
And that was a while ago. So you were even younger in stand up.
I don't know. Yeah, I was super young. And then that's my first writing job.
Would you say that when you were given that opportunity, did you think that it was before you were ready, or do you think it was the right time for you?
I think I was ready. I think that's when I worked way harder as a stand-up back then than I do now.
Okay.
'Cause I didn't do nothing but stand-up now. Now
right.
I do dramas and stuff now. Yeah. So back then it was only stand-up. So I think I was able to, you know what I mean? And then, but the people in that room were just like, oh, and they brought veterans. And then you came in a little bit later. You saw how it was. And I've done Comedy Central stuff now, but that was tough. Yeah, I can see that feel that way. But once you saw, Keith and Connor,
but they're such great joke writers.
But you do both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd have been a conflict.
I'm the only person in that room that is also like on television and stuff and doing things.
Exactly, and they're gonna keep because you have a unique perspective that nobody else can.
Right.
Connor and Keith can make the same jokes. They won't make a Candice Thompson joke.
Right. You know that's why it's necessary to have diversity in these rooms, man, because they're not going to bring it. And I said this, I just said this in the room, I think it was yesterday. Do you know who Amber Ruffin is?
That sounds very familiar.
She writes on Seth Meyers' late night show. She got hired in 2014, black woman. She is the first black female to write for late night in the history of late night. Ever?
No.
Yes, there's an article about it.
2014?
There's an article about it.
Wow.
So I said this in the room, and Keith was like, so that makes you number 3, right? And I'm like, facts. Probably. Because I do know it's unacceptable. But this is what we're talking about. And the fact that it's just now starting to change is insane.
Well, you think about it, it's only been one late night, major late night female host. It was Joan Rivers. And
for sure.
Chelsea was...
Kind of, but it was a different, it wasn't exactly the same, but it was the same, right?
And a lot of these people, they hire people they've known for years.
Absolutely.
Seth hires who he's known, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. But that just goes to show you also that they're not even, if these are the people that you've known, these are your friends and your buddies, it's saying you don't even have diverse friends. Of course. This is what we're saying.
Who thinks Seth Meyers has a homegirl named Lakeisha from the Bronx? I don't see that.
But I know Ambria, Ambria Allen?
I don't know.
She wrote for The Daily Show last year. I don't know if she's still on it this year, but she did do it last year. And then, Dulce's on The Daily Show. I don't know if that counts because she's a correspondent.
The correspondents,
they do write some. They do write because Roy writes.
He writes
for sure.
in the writers' room every day.
I don't know about that. I don't know if they have a specific staff I guess they do. Yeah, they have a specific staff that's just for writing, and then they have the correspondents that also help. Have you ever auditioned
for The Daily Show?
I've submitted for that numerous times, yes.
So they make you write your whole monologue?
They make you do, yes, you have to do a desk piece.
I wrote my whole desk piece, my whole everything.
And you do an audition, a correspondent piece. Yeah, I've done that numerous times.
They don't put you in the room?
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to ask. But no, I think there are people that I know for a fact are in the writer's room that they've never, like my girl Ambria, she was in the writer's room but never did a correspondent thing. Mm. So I'm assuming there are people that they're, and you know else who was on that? There's a chick named Kat Radley, I think, white chick, but she's in the room and I've never seen her.
You're up in all the writer room people.
Well, these are also stand-up comedians. Ambria does stand-up and so does Kat. Anyway.
I'm not familiar with these guys.
That's not why we came today. What are you struggling with, Rell? I mean,
Candice,
aside from the obvious.
I'm struggling with that horrible jacket you wore on the Stephen Colbert show last night. It killed me.
Do you understand how many people
doing?
Do you understand how many people loved the response? The overwhelming response.
Dog, I didn't even see her set. I was like, what is she wearing?
You can't even say that was a bad jacket.
I hated that
You
jacket.
can see you're smiling as you're saying
I love the performance. I hated the jacket.
Everybody loved the jacket. That's actually, I got more response about the jacket being fabulous.
How many of your friends are going to be completely honest with you?
I got messages from people who I don't even know. Love the outfit. And you know what's funny is that...
I'm mad they said love that. What about the job?
They said that too, but they were like, love that you look, everything was fun. They were like, everything was great. Do you know, what's his name? The MMA guy who started doing stand-up? What's his name?
Brendan Schwab.
He bitch stole my look. He taped a Showtime special, and it was the exact color scheme. He had the same jacket, except it was a bomber. Same color with black and black. It's the same exact look.
I think I should fist fight about that.
I think we should.
Go back to his first profession and take that out on him.
Oh!
He wore the same outfit.
I think I'd win.
He can't hit you.
Yeah, I know you can't. Or his career's over. He'll get canceled so quickly.
His fist will slip off all that oil you got in your pores. Or that baby on your face.
Okay, first of all, I don't use unnatural oils. I use rose hip seed oil. And then also...
How was a vegan company not sponsored this podcast yet?
We have a sponsor now. It's FabFitFun.
Hey, FabFitFun.
They send lifestyle products, and it's great. They do have a lot of organic products in there.
You want an Instagram model selling shit, but it's on podcast.
That is correct. That is correct.
FabFitFun. Damn.
If you don't get into why you came here today, we're going to discuss a couple of things, but what's the first one?
When we came to discuss...
we gonna do that first?
What else we talking about?
You said you had two struggles.
Yeah, it was your outfit. That's the first one.
Wow. Wait, the one I'm wearing now or on Colbert?
No, the Colbert.
That was a great jacket.
Right, you say so.
You're just a hater. See, this is what you do. This is why I don't like dudes. This is why I don't like dudes. Because they will bring you up just to tear you down. No, I don't. They'll put you up. He'll retweet me to tell people to watch. Then he'll come in when I'm feeling good about myself and tell me my jacket wasn't shit.
I can support you and not think your jacket's horrible.
I hate you, Rell.
I hated Rob Hayes' tie when he was on
Tonight Show.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah,
he did the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember what his tie was.
It was goofy.
Have to watch it again.
It was goofy.
He's goofy though, so it fits.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Why? What? You want to talk about the struggle, the one that we talked about via text?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
All right, so something happened last weekend.
And I said nobody's going to care, and they don't care. Go ahead.
Well, it matters.
I've tweeted about how nobody's going to care.
Well, yeah, no, and that's true.
That's my point. Go ahead.
No, it matters to us, but I think it's an entertaining story.
Okay, please, let's delve.
You don't even know what transpired on my end.
I'm not
from the tweet that I sent out.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's delve. Let's delve into that, and I can talk about that as well. But go ahead.
Yeah. So last weekend, Comedy Central Digital put out a stand-up by a comedian named Dina Hashem. And it was polarizing because she told a joke, which was about Venmo. But the premise in the setup...
No, don't do that.
Yeah, I will. That's what it was.
Don't do that. You got to say what it is. You can't give... Right now, you're giving your opinion on her of the joke. You got to talk about what the joke is. Was the joke about Venmo? No, it was about a dead rapper and Venmo. Yes, she was.
No, it was not.
Okay, but go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So in the setup of the joke, she brings up how a murdered rapper, XXXTentacion, was murdered and had $50,000 cash in his pocket when he got murdered. And so the person who shot him took his money. And she said when she watched it, she thought to herself, that would be a great commercial for Venmo. That was the joke.
Mm-hmm. And it was funny.
It was funny.
I thought it was funny.
And so what happened after that is that a comedian, I won't say his name, a comedian didn't like the joke, got offended by it, and then tweeted that you shouldn't laugh at stuff like that. Are we laughing at rappers getting murdered, black men getting murdered? And apparently, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what happened is that one of the rapper XXXTentacion, one of his friends, retweeted that. That is what I think happened. It didn't happen?
Go ahead, finish.
And then what happened after that, that tweet I think went viral. It got put on what was the website? It was on Shade Room or something like that got wind of it. And then the next thing you know, it's everywhere. And now this chick who is a Muslim woman is getting death threats because of this joke and because of Tentacion's fan base came at her. And so they pulled the clip down, which I believe I heard was because her management asked them to take it down, asked Comedy Central to take it down. So she would stop getting all the hate. And so that's where we are now. So that's what happened. Mm-hmm. And I tweeted after that. I said, and I stand by my tweet because I stand by freedom of speech, and I also stand by comedians being able to express themselves about in any way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. If it's funny, if it's not, whatever. We should be allowed. I'm not for censorship. So, but to hear that a male comedian was upset about this and tweeting that we shouldn't.
That's ridiculous. Go ahead.
Say that we shouldn't be able to say things is ridiculous to me because he's a comedian and you should know better.
I agree.
So I tweeted, I can't believe another male comic is being a bitch. This is so surprising or something like that.
Okay. One, don't make it about male and female because it's not about male and female. That's the first thing. It doesn't matter if it's a woman did it or a guy did it. The comedian is my friend. I'm going to say that. Put that out there.
And I will say he's not my friend. We're cool, but he's not my friend.
He's my friend. I'm going to say that. I text him. I don't agree with him. I feel like he was wrong. Mm-hmm. I feel like you can say whatever you want. I don't care. I'm freedom of speech. Dead babies getting shot, whatever. Pedophile jokes, 9/11, whatever. I believe anything and anything can be said.
Right.
Comedy, as long as it's funny.
Right.
Two, like I said, I disagree with him tweeting that. I don't think comedians should be the PC police. I expressed that. We had a conversation.
Yeah.
He's still my man.
For sure. People can disagree.
People can disagree. At the same time, freedom of speech don't mean freedom from consequences.
For sure.
So I hate that people are giving this girl death threats. I think that's horrible. It's messed up. But this is our job. This is comedy. And when I tell certain jokes, people want to fight me outside. Right. I'm gonna always say what I want to say, but I might get the backlash because of that.
Absolutely.
So do I feel sorry that she's getting death threats? Oh yeah, she's a girl. I don't want her to deal with that.
Of course.
But do I feel bad like, that's not gonna happen? No, you gotta man up. That's what this job is.
Yeah.
So you gotta deal with it. James, my man, the same thing. You said what you said. I don't agree with it. You're my man. I disagree. I don't think we should be PC police, especially comedians. But you're gonna have to take the backlash of what comedians are giving.
Yeah.
Because of that. So everybody has freedom of speech. Everybody deals with it. I think that I don't like that Comedy Central took it down. I understand why they did it. They're corporate.
Yeah, business. And I don't think it was there to sit. I think her management specifically said just take it down.
Also, I don't think he's responsible for her death threats. At the end of the day, I think comics underestimate how popular this rapper was. So people were already hating before. My brother had heard about it before it was ever retweeted. It was on Comedy Central's digital thing. People watched that.
They were seeing
it.
Yeah.
So I think my comedian friend added to the hate.
Yes.
But he's not responsible for her death threat.
No.
For people to say that, I just think it's
they can't put that all on him.
I think people are idiotic. Once again, I say I disagree with it, but he just added to like another person, and people want to hate. Other people who've talked about XX have gotten death threats because they said. Other people in the public arena.
If you talk about any celebrity that has a huge fan, Beyonce, look at her beehive that comes after people for just saying the most innocuous thing.
So I disagree with him stating it, but I disagree with comics thinking he's responsible, blah, blah. If you're
he's not responsible,
If you're mad at him for being a PC police, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? He's still my friend. That's what it is. But he's responsible for her, and this is sexist. It's not sexist. It's a comic who didn't like a joke and aired it publicly. It's not he would have did that for any male comedian because he's a fan. Imagine if a comedian put out something Nipsey, right? I think other comedians would have came out. You can't make that joke about Nipsey.
Of course.
So I don't think it's about male and female. I think it's about a guy that like a joke and he expressed that stuff. What is irritating to me is these are my friends, these goofy New York comics. They're my friends. And some LA comics too, who like, oh, you'll never work in this town.
That's ridiculous.
No one's going to work with you. Like, no disrespect. These are my friends. Like I said,
it's ridiculous.
He don't need y'all. He already got 4 TV shows. He get a TV show every year.
Right.
He don't need, the Brooklyn, the Creek in the Cave in Queens.
Of course.
He don't need that place.
Of course.
So when people make these statements, and it got to the point where I didn't like a lot of these white comics come out of black dude. I had a problem with that.
Oh, I can understand that.
I had a problem with that. And so So like I said, I disagree with it. People gonna come at him for whatever. It's a week later. Nobody is We're probably on the same page. I don't know if this is really a struggle.
Yeah, no. I mean, no, it is a struggle because what did you say via text to me? You said something like, you were torn about something.
I was torn about people calling my friend a name, but I understand why people's frustration is there. And I didn't like the sexism put on him from LA comics that we know. I'm like, they went out the pocket. They deleted their tweets, so it's all good. I didn't like the sexism claim, and I didn't like the he's responsible for her death threats claim.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
Only PC police, that's your business. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so comics will go and find his clips, and you said this is like PC police. That's fair game. So that was my issue. Like, because we know some of these comics. It's like you gonna have to see this guy in the club.
Yeah.
And I doubt any of y'all are gonna say that to his face.
Yeah. Here's my thing with it is that, and I do think there is a level of this in where this came from for him. And maybe it's not, but I think that there is, because I've seen this with a lot of black males in general, not just comedians, but like with the Bill Cosby thing. There were black men that were caping for Bill Cosby even after we've seen all these women come forward, where it's like, who are still defending him.
Can I say this?
Yes.
That was black people. That was black women.
No, there was comedians doing it too.
There was men, women, my mother.
No, I know.
There were there were black female comedians who...
There's black female celebrities who were still defending Bill Cosby.
So what I'm saying is we can't put that on black male comedians alone.
I'm not. But I'm saying in this particular instance, we're talking about a black male comedian. So I'm thinking that...
I'm saying one particular person.
Yes, but he's a black male comedian. And I think that there is a level of what we were just talking about with the Bill Cosby thing, and I might be wrong. I'm saying this is what I think is part of this, is that I've experienced with black people in general, I will say that, is that because of we now see, when we've known this has been going on throughout history, is innocent black men getting...
Funny.
It's called the struggle.
Okay, all right.
So sometimes it's funny, sometimes we get real.
All right.
And this has been happening throughout history, is black people getting shot. Innocent black people. So what's happening now is we're seeing it on a regular basis. So there is, I think now, a level of, we're seeing this happen so often, so we do feel, black people especially feel like this is happening so frequently, we see it all the time, so that it's gotten to a point where anytime something bad happens to a black man, it is that black man didn't deserve it, he was innocent.
Yes, I agree with that.
And that's what I think is like, he was black and this is just the system coming down on him. They can't see a black man being successful. And I see that and I hear that so often. And so when I saw this, that's the feeling that I got when I saw that tweet from this comic, where I felt like he was just defending this black man who, no, he did not deserve to get shot unless he shot somebody else and this was a retaliation.
It wasn't. It was a robbery.
So I'm not saying that people, when we're saying that it was good for a black rapper who was, yes, had a history of being a woman beater, when we say it's good for him to get murdered, that's not productive, because we're saying that people aren't redeemable. So no, he did not deserve to get shot, at least from my knowledge. He was so young, he probably could have changed and maybe become a better person. I don't know. So when I saw this person's tweet, I was like, I feel like he was defending this black man just because he was a black man that got shot. Whereas we don't know if he deserved it or not. We don't know. We do know.
We don't know.
What if he did something? We don't know.
We do know.
We know that he didn't do something?
No, we know it was an attempted robbery and he didn't want to give up his money and got killed. That's a police stated information.
Okay. The point that I'm trying to make is that I feel like he was in his feelings about a black man being shot instead of just looking at the joke for what it was. That's what I'm trying to say.
100%.
That's all it was.
100%. And listen, this is why I call hypocrisy with comedians, which made me upset. Because I can't tell you how many comedians, when Louis was on stage and was coming back, right? And they got mad at his shooting kids joke. They think Louis should never perform again, and he's talking about shooting kids. And we talking about female comedians. And these same comedians who I'm friends with, I'm going to say this once again, in New York, I'm in New York and LA a lot, were getting mad about, like, your freedom of speech when it affects you.
Yeah.
And then you're not on another place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I believe freedom of speech across the board, but don't get mad at when a comic makes a Me Too joke.
Right, that makes you feel a certain way.
A comic today was making a Me Too joke. When you think the Me Too is funny, female comedians.
Oh, I believe that.
And male comedians as well. we shouldn't talk about this, guys. But now you're protecting her right to say what she has to say. We got to be free all across the board.
For sure. We can't pick and choose. We can't be conveniently have freedom of speech.
I admit, I feel like he was in his feelings. And honestly, when Nipsey died, if a white comedian would have made a joke about Nipsey's death, you would have saw other people coming out.
Oh, for sure. But it's also because we're now talking about a different quality of person. We're talking about...
Not really.
No, we are. Because this guy gave back to the black community regularly. Like, he was...
Well, homie he used to have mental health things for kids. Dude, after the situation with his girlfriend, he did all his other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he was in the midst of redeeming himself. He was still young. He was trying to change
still young,
stuff.
Right,
but
right.
Nipsey was still a gangbanger. He was still the street. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They just have different stories.
Point is, a lot of comedians would change it depending on who the person is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't really defend XXXTentacion, but you can defend Nipsey. Depending on if Beyonce, how many comedians will come out? You say that what? Come on. So I don't think comics are core to this as they say they are, depending on who the person is.
For sure. But here's why, and this is why I say the joke is not about XXX. Mm-hmm. The joke is about Venmo because you could have substituted his name out with anybody who got jacked for $50,000 cash.
You're thinking as a comedian breaking down the joke.
But that's what it is.
But it's not.
If that's just how it's interpreted by other people, doesn't mean that's what it is.
But that's your opinion on the interpretation. You know why?
No.
Because
that's what it is.
I can find 10 more other interpretations from other 10 more comedians who are going to say she's making an XXXTentacion joke.
And that's stupid.
No, that's an opinion.
It is not. You can't sit there and say that when you have a joke, this is the premise and this is the punchline, right? You can't say, I interpreted the premise as the punchline, because that is not what the definition of a premise is.
I think you're breaking it down too much. I think
other people are not breaking it down at all.
Every joke has the interpretation depending on who you say it to. You know that. But it's like my favorite color is blue, your favorite color is red. Like, people won't have interpretations.
No, that's different.
Because to me it was an XX joke.
Saying my favorite is different, but me arguing that blue is blue and arguing what red is red, that's different.
That's just your opinion.
That's not. What color is this tablecloth?
This is a blue tablecloth.
Now, if I said this is red,
if I say it's another sky blue or a devil's blue,
I disagree because it is not. Because those other colors exist.
At the end of the day,
this is not that.
Well, at the end of the day, you're asking most people to break down Candice's breakdown. That's not realistic. And then she said his name. It's a joke about him.
They can have their interpretation of it, but that's like having a history book and having the story of the Civil War laid out in front of you. Now, how you interpret it is one thing, but how it is laid out is what happened.
Millions and millions of people think it was about states' rights. You realize that, right?
Then that's an interpretation.
Exactly. Other millions think it was the free slaves.
But what happened?
So,
what are the facts?
The facts are the North won, slaves got free. The South still thinks that they were infringed upon their rights.
And they are incorrect.
Whatever, but it's still millions of people. My point, first of all, we're in the same pages with, we both think she
right.
I'm just saying that a lot of people saw, I can't be mad at people seeing this. She said his name.
I'm not mad at those people for seeing it that way, but I'm just saying that the joke, again, you could have substituted anybody that got jacked for that amount of money in for that joke, and it still would have been about the same thing.
You asking rap fans to break down a joke Candice's break joke.
I'm
joke
not
structure.
Asking them to do anything. You know I'm just saying what it is. She
said his name.
But wait, so who?
What you want to say?
Oh yeah, she said his name. So I understand why they. Of course, I understand it. But I'm just saying, but that's not what it's about. Now,
I don't get offended. She made a joke.
I agree.
At the end of the day,
I agree. And it's fair game. It's fair. Anything's fair game.
Anything's fair game.
So wait, you said you had feelings about my tweet?
No, about the response that I knew you were going to get. I was like, okay.
Oh, but I didn't get really much of anything. I got a fellow comedian reached out to me.
Of course, because I reached out to a couple comedians as well. I did too.
Yeah, and that's fine. But
I looked at it like, it's different when you call somebody a name. Like,
I didn't call him.
Well, whatever.
I said he was acting like a bitch.
Whatever.
Which is different. We need to separate the two.
When male, maybe this is me being when male comics call somebody a name, it's like, you got to, he ain't gonna never see you. I'm like, you got to see this, like, I mean, I'm not no tough guy, but you not call me a bitch on Twitter and you a comedian and we don't have...
I didn't call him a bitch.
Not you.
No, I'm just saying in general. I did not call him a bitch. I said he's acting like one. And I also didn't say his name, so no one knew who I was talking about. And everybody so many knew. Male comics are... Well, but so many male comics are also bitches that...
But then you the queen of calling out fuckboys. So I am. That's what you do. We know.
I know. That's why I'm like, why are we surprised at this?
This is true. I know what to expect. When somebody's a cancer, yeah.
Also, I would not have done it if he was a friend of mine. If this was, let's say it was you and you had tweeted that, I would have texted you or called you and been like, yo, what's going on?
And respect. But
I'm not his friend. We've never hung out. I don't know anything about him.
Full disclosure, like I said, he's my friend. If it was a New York comic that I wasn't friends with, I probably would have felt the same way.
Yeah.
And people say, well, you got to be fair. No, you're going to always give more lenience to a friend.
Of course.
So anyway, I was talking to the male comics who was saying certain names, and about 5 or 6 guys took it down. I said, because you said you got to, like, you gonna say it to his face? I don't like fakeness.
Oh no, of course.
It's probably what my career is always in some type.
For sure.
My manager goes crazy that I'm not fake. Like, he can't stand it.
Yeah, no.
So just smile. Like, no, I don't like him.
I don't want to.
So
you can't make me.
I told people, if you're not going to say it to his face,
and I agree. And I said to
everybody I've ever had a problem with,
I will say it. Same.
They know Terrell said, "Yo, suck my."
Same. Same.
Such and such on the face of the whatever. Terrell told me suck it. You know what I'm saying? So I told listen. And so a lot of comics took it down because they understood that. Like,
right.
Because if you get confronted, then what you gonna do? And let's be sure, most comics are pussies.
Which is what I tweeted.
You know what I'm saying? So,
which is exactly what I tweeted.
You know what I'm saying? So it caused a little uproar. The comics is so extra.
This is, I agree. I'm making a huge thing out of something that in the grand scheme of things means nothing. Means absolutely nothing.
Means nothing. Nobody
cares.
He's not going to stop. Who's going to stop? Keep working.
He's still going to have a career. She's still going to have a career.
She's bigger now.
Yeah, because her thing went viral.
Did you know who she was?
No.
I never heard of her. This is Taylor Swift, Kanye. Seriously. On our little comedy
in
world.
Our comedy community.
Like, she's going to probably be on Rogan. All the other comics going to support her.
Of course.
You know, she's a hero.
Of course.
And so be it. She's funny.
But the fact that this, I haven't spoken to the comic that tweeted.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't spoken to him, so I don't know. But someone else reached out to me on behalf of him.
Yeah.
Not speaking for him, but just to let me know what was going on with him. And apparently he's had some mental issues.
No, we're not going to get into that. I don't know about that. We're not going to.
Okay, so we can talk about this off. But she was telling me this is why she thinks he did this. And I did check on him after I had this conversation with her to make sure he was okay. But he didn't respond, so I don't know. And he could have a different phone number. I
don't know people's personal.
Yeah. I
don't put that out there. But it was I was upset for like 5 minutes. And then I was like, oh, this is comedy. We got to have this every three times a year. We got to have this.
Something happens.
Something has to happen.
And then within 3 days, it goes away.
It goes away. You know what I'm saying? We all need help.
Well, no, it's all narcissism. It's all self-absorption and thinking that...
You consider yourself a narcissist?
I think, we've talked about this before. It's a spectrum. And on the scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably like a 3.
You think you're a 3?
Yes.
The person
I'm two. The person that what?
The person that feels the need to call out everybody's a narcissist is probably pretty narcissistic.
How do I feel the need to
It's a narcissism, and you get to label.
It's just observations.
But it's for you to have a absolute, this is what the actual joke means, or you are an artist. For you to have that absolute...
it's only because I've read books.
Power to the arrogance if I read a book, so I know. I never studied it in school. I can point it out.
First of all, I'm telling you right now that the fact that that we're all entertainers, most of us are narcissists.
Oh, I'm clearly an 8.
So then what are we talking about?
I'm clearly an 8.
I know you are.
I don't deny it. But you talking about some 3.
Rell, I care about other people way too much for me to be on that higher end of it. I know.
You think that? That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does. Which I think you're probably over-exaggerating where you are. Because if you care about other people that much, you're probably not that high.
Narcissists care about people.
No, they don't. No.
Nobody.
Which is, again, I will say that why reading books is important. That's the definition. They're too self-absorbed. They do not care. Everything is a front. Everything is a facade. Everything that they do is for themselves. Everything. Whether it looks like they're helping somebody, they're doing it for selfish reasons. Even though it might appear like they're doing it for that other person, they are not. They are manipulating. And they do it for show.
I can only think of one person who qualifies that. One comic I could think of.
I dated one, and we've talked about him on numerous occasions. So definitely know one.
I don't agree with that, only because in my experience, he's cared about a lot of people in my experience. So we're not going to, I swear I can't agree.
Did you date him?
No,
but you said intimate moments with him?
You said care about other people. And I know people that can't get anything. And
Again, what did I just say? It's for show. So they appear to be doing things for other people, but at the end result, it is for them, whether it makes them feel better about themselves or it's to make other people think that they're a good person.
Candice, we all do that, then. We all do that.
I'm saying if you do it once, I pretend
to like a woman for certain things. What you mean? To pretend to like a girl? What you mean?
That is a form of it, but I'm not saying that just because you do that you're a narcissist. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that there are people out here who are emotionally abusing other people, which is what I experienced in my relationship with this person. So here I am telling you with empirical evidence that I got emotionally abused by somebody, and you giving the reaction of, he cool with me, so dismissive
not at all.
And fucked up, especially since we're friends and we know one another.
I'm saying I can't speak for your situation.
I know, but you're dismissing it.
No, I'm not. I only said through my experience. I don't know Candice's life. I'm saying through my experience.
I know, but look, you know what a friend does, Rell?
Yeah.
Every friend that I have that is truly my friend, when I tell them my experience, they say, oh, I'm sorry that happened to you, and I can see that. When they know this person. They have hung out with this other person, and have been around this other person enough to be like, yeah, I can see that.
But that's not fair.
It is fair because that's just what happens.
Because you're my friend. You know I love you.
You just don't care what I say.
I do. But I also hung out with
because you're a misogynist.
I also know a certain person. And I'm not saying that didn't happen to you, but I can't say I can see that when I don't see that. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but do you understand that that's the whole problem with you guys not listening to us?
That's not true.
Because just because you weren't there and you haven't seen it, that is literally, if I came to you and say so-and-so raped me, would you be like, oh, I didn't see it?
No, but rape is different from just emotional.
It's an emotional rape.
What you're doing is believe all women. That's what you're doing.
No, I'm not, because some women lie, for sure. Okay, so I'm saying listen to all women. You're not listening to me.
I am listening to you.
You don't believe me.
I said, well, first of all, I'm sorry. Where I'm from, emotional abuse that's a long thing for me, because I just grew up in a tougher environment where it's like, everybody, that's not even a thing to us. Yeah. So maybe I don't have that experience. I'm experienced with physical abuse. With a motherfucker if he didn't hit you or beat your ass, or if he didn't call you a bitch to your face, other than that, he just wasn't a great boyfriend. So our levels of emotional abuse are different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not discrediting what you went through. I'm just saying I've only had certain times with the guy, so I personally can't see it. So I can't just say I know that. But I'm only going for what you're telling me.
Do you know my history to be a person that lies?
Not at all. But I know.
Do you think I'm a genuine person?
Of course, but I know you don't fuck with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But the same thing with me, right? If somebody said, hey.
Exactly.
Somebody said, hey, Terrell got into an argument with such and such, you'd be like,
yeah.
Okay. So if somebody said Candice beefing with this person, I'd be like, well, Candice, she don't like people. So that's how it is. She's a real, genuine person.
Yes. But so what I'm saying is that if I'm a genuine person and you know me and I'm sitting here and telling you what I went through with this other person,
100%.
I need to stop. I need dudes to stop being like, when a woman, yes, let's just say women can lie. For sure. There are women who've lied about being raped. There are women who've lied about being pregnant.
You think I'm calling you a liar?
No, what I'm saying is that when a woman is telling you how she was treated in a relationship, you guys automatically think, oh, he was just a bad boyfriend. He probably cheated on her. She probably wanted to be in a committed relationship. He wanted to fuck around. That's what the default you guys go to, because that's what you think happened with me and this person. And that is not what happened.
That's not what I think.
What do you think happened, Rell?
That's a whole other conversation.
We're not saying names, so just what do you think happened?
That's a whole other conversation.
What do you think happened?
I think people just wanted to move on. And
that is not
wait.
What happened.
You asked me. People wanted to move on. People get sad about the relationship breaking up. People wanted to do separate things. Next thing you know.
And you think I'm mad at him for that?
I'm still mad at every girlfriend never left me. Let's be clear.
That's narcissism right there.
Fuck all you bitches. You bitches can die.
Maybe you are an 8.
Y'all all can die. Fuck all you bitches. Sarah, Michelle,
This is why ladies don't ever date Rell.
No. I just.
You think I'm sad over a man?
No, not at all. I think you are very expressive. I think if the next guy, if it ends off bad, you're gonna have the same. I feel a certain way about people. I'm just saying, it's hard.
These are all assumptions.
If I didn't know,
are not true.
If I didn't know homie, 100%.
You don't know, homie. I'm telling you that right now.
I can only go off surface stuff. I've hung out with certain people. Yeah. If I don't see a person killing somebody, I can't call him a murderer. You know what I'm saying? If every time I've ever seen a guy that's all love and whatever, we cool, I can't say he's a murderer.
Go talk to every woman that has dated this man.
I don't know nobody.
Well, I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a pattern.
You know what I'm saying? And for example, right? I've told you certain things about certain people in my business situations, right?
Yeah.
Right? The dirty stuff that try to conspire with me.
Yes.
You're still cool with these people, right? Right. Yeah. So
I'm not saying you have to stop being friends with him. I'm just saying listen to what I say.
Yeah, but
believe what I say.
The dirty things that went down didn't make you go, oh, well, I can't be around this. You know what I'm saying?
We all know.
I don't expect you to.
And that's a ridiculous request of somebody because if I'm not asking you to not be friends with him. I'm not asking that.
But you're asking me to.
I'm asking you to just believe what I say. You can still maintain a relationship with this person.
But you're asking me to look at this person as if he's this horrible man.
Why did you say it like that?
That would be sexy.
No. No, and you made it sound like I hate men with the way you just said that, which is absolutely not true.
I mean,
I don't hate men.
On a scale of 1 to 10, that's when you're a 3.
I'm not. Of hating men?
On a scale of 1 to 10, that's when you're a 3.
Of hating men?
Of
That's low, so I'll take that.
That's low?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 3 is low, Rell.
You should be, or I'm wrong then, you should be a little bit higher than that.
No, I think I hate men as much as most women hate men. In that you guys are just difficult. That's all.
Because you have more power than the average woman. Because you have a microphone.
But so what? That doesn't change how much my hatred is.
Like you'll bring up sex in every argument, every conversation.
Not in every. What are you talking? No, I won't.
You'll bring up sex issues
with you because you are sexist. But that's you.
Because I'm sexist. No,
you are.
I don't. First of all, every man is a level of sexist. It's the level to that too as well. Every man.
You're disagreeing with me.
Your father. Every man is. It's certain levels to it.
So you're saying what I'm saying, but because you're a man.
But I'm a 2. I believe a man should still pay for things. Level. I'm a 2. I don't think a man should get more than money than a woman. I'm a 2. But if we in the NBA, I think LeBron needs to make more than.
Of course, they're making more money.
So at that level.
But in soccer, women are making more money than men.
Then so be it.
But they won't. It's the way that the system's set up.
At that level, I don't think such and such shouldn't be president because she's a woman. That's a difference.
In your personal relationships, I feel like in your fuckboyism, I call Rell a fuckboy on a regular basis.
I'm okay with that. Because fuckboys win. I'm completely okay with that.
They win because you're only allowing a certain part of vulnerability of yourself.
A W is a W.
What?
Nobody's like, how did Kawhi get that ring? Don't matter. He got it. A win is a win.
Your fuckboyness has a layer. Every fuckboy has a layer of sexism in there.
Every man has a layer.
That's what I'm saying. But there are men who are willing to respect women enough to commit to them.
And they're called gay men.
Oh, now we're talking about
No. I think, here we go. No, I've committed to plenty of women. I was in a serious relationship last year. You know this. We talked about this.
A serious relationship?
Yeah. I was in a serious relationship last year.
No, I don't remember this.
Oh, no?
No, you didn't tell me about this.
I was in a serious
When we were in Montreal?
No, this was, we broke up before that. Yeah.
I don't remember this at all.
I was in a serious relationship. What you mean? So
well, then you're not a fuckboy if that's the case.
No, fuckboys can get married. Your dad was a fuckboy until he got married. Every man is a fuckboy. What are you talking about?
No, I'm telling you, fuckboy, there's a specific... When if you're a guy who just wants to sleep around, that's fine if that's what you want to do. But when you mislead women, when there's a level of womanizing and making promises
what is womanizing?
Just leading women on, leading them to believe that you can offer certain things and then you don't offer those things. And you've left this woman vulnerable. Like, I wouldn't have invested this time in you if you
I meet you at a bar, right?
Hadn't set me up for it.
I meet you at a bar, we have a good conversation, we talk, we exchange numbers, we go out to dinner the next night. After dinner, we go have sex, right? I say, hey, let's go have another date. Next night we go have another date, we have sex again, right? Mm-hmm. Then I'm kind of over it, we don't really speak anymore. Mm-hmm. Is that a fuckboy?
No, if you've moved on and are not interested, but you have to communicate her that. If you don't communicate that to her, then you are. That is fuckboy behavior.
If I ghost her, I'm a fuckboy.
That's fuckboy behavior, yes.
Who invented ghosting? Y'all did.
Do we have any empirical evidence of this?
Listen.
How you gonna
y'all
say who's ghosted who first?
Women are the best at ghosting. Y'all know how to ghost.
You
forever.
say that because you are a man who dates women. I could say the same thing about men.
Okay, so women, you can admit women ghost as well.
Everybody ghosts.
So what's is it a fuck woman? What do you call a woman who did that?
I'm not saying if someone who ghosts is necessarily a fuckboy. I said that could be fuckboy behavior.
So can women be fuckboys?
I wouldn't say. I don't know what the term is for a woman that does that. I don't know what the term is because I don't think we have one.
So if a woman wants to just hook up with a dude because he's an athlete and go to a party, get some dick.
That's what we call a thought.
So the opposite. So it's a fuckboy to thought.
Yeah.
So women just go, not even a player, he wants to go click on guys on Tinder just to go get free lunch. And
that's like a gold digger thought.
But she won't even fuck him, but she'll go get lunches every other day.
Yeah, you're just using him for whatever. Yeah.
So she's a thought.
Yeah. If you're just using somebody, you're like a gold digger. For sure.
As long as there's an equal playing field.
There always is.
But you never talk about that.
Because I don't date them.
But you know they exist.
Of course, Rell. I'm not crazy.
I don't know. I think. Listen.
You don't know that I'm not crazy. I'm glad we're friends.
No, something else. I'm just saying I don't think you owe anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? You promise her the world is different. If I just get over it.
What the main thing that fuckboys do is they lead women on and they do not communicate. So then expectations are had for what this is when you had no intention.
But you forget in my only to Rell Battle, my relationships, women get their own expectations.
I do believe that as well, but that's why I say communication is so important.
Women have a thing where we sleep together 3 times. We're kind of dating.
Well, that's just biological also. We have a hormone in us that makes us more attached to men it's called oxytocin.
And that's, whose problem is that though? I didn't ask for that. That's not you can't put that on me.
If you don't want to deal with it, then don't fuck me.
You can't put that on me because you have
if you don't want to deal with it, then don't have sex with me.
That's not fair. So
it's not fair that you want no responsibility.
No.
I'm telling you right now that, and you've dealt with enough women that you know this, that's why you brought it up, is that now you're dealing with women because you have an issue because of this. We attach. When we're telling you it's science, the same way that y'all want to fuck everything and say it's biological.
I never said that. I just like pussy.
It's biological. It is biological.
Listen, at the end of the day,
we just need to communicate. That's all I'm saying. So if you're taking advantage of women, knowing that they have expectations, and you're not telling them what you're wanting from this, then you're leading somebody on.
If we're having a consensual sexual relationship for 3 times, I'm leading you on.
No, I'm saying if you say things to lead her on, that is fuckboy behavior.
Like what? We going to dinner? What do you mean? We gonna be married?
No, if you say things that whatever it is, Rell, whatever it is that she's now thinking, if you're making plans for the future, if you say anything like that,
Candice,
then disappear, that is fuckboy behavior.
They think we're making plans for the future the 3rd time we hang out. If you meet my mom, that's different. You meet Joy saying that means, okay, I expect something in the future. If we just decide to go to, freaking Bar Lubitsch to get drinks on the 3rd date.
Because of how messy all of this is with everybody in relation and having sex and why it complicates things, I am all for having conversations before this even starts. What are you looking for? Because I don't want anything serious.
That's Candice Thompson.
That's how most people need to behave.
Maybe.
It's not maybe.
Candice just stated how most people need to behave. Narcissism level 7.
It's just common sense.
7.
It's not narcissism. It's common sense. If people just put on the table, even after the first fuck, let's say y'all done fucked.
After the first fuck, then the next morning.
And you're making plans to do it again. This, in my head, automatically, I'm like, okay, do I see anything with this person, or is this just a person I'm going to be fucking?
You know from the first fuck if this could be something or...
No, I'm saying if we're making plans and we're starting to do it, and if we've done it 3 times, I'm in my head like, do I like this person, and do I see a future with this person? If I've slept with someone 3 times, I'm not just going to ghost them. I'll be like, you know what, this isn't working out for me. Be out.
I never ghosted. I never ghosted. I agree with you. Well, one night stands I've ghosted, but come on, you can ghost a one night stand.
A one night stand doesn't deserve.
I've never ghosted. Text. I've never ghosted after 3 times having sex.
Yeah, no, but that's all. I'm just saying, you can't control women's expectations, But what I say will help the situation is if people just communicate with one another, both men and women. That is all I'm saying.
I'm only arguing my fuckboy level that you've given me because
that you put on yourself.
No, because I think compared to fuckboy, I'm pretty good. I pay for every date. I go on dates. I treat women with respect. There's no woman I've ever had sex with or dated who gonna say Terrell wasn't respectful. He was arrogant or he was too busy with his career.
Okay.
But nobody's gonna say Rell was ever just off some abusive. I don't call women out their name, which I won't get credit for, but you know what I'm saying? But still, you can't. My level of fuckboyism can't be. When I'm single, I can fuck whatever I want.
No, for sure. But as long as there's no leading on, then it's fine.
But leading on is different for us. I can keep hooking up with a girl every day for however long and never promise her nothing.
No, I know, but that's why I'm saying conversations need to be had. That's all.
Okay.
We got to go. Oh, man.
We always do so much.
Always. Yeah, no, I know. But that's why I love you. Anyway, you guys, again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that on all podcast platforms. Rate and review us on iTunes. Also, tell somebody if you're listening to this regularly. You can find me at Jokes by Candice on social media, CandiceThompsonComedy.com for my shows. Make sure to watch Lights Out with David Spade on Comedy Central following The Daily Show. Every day we going to be on. And one more time, Rell, where can everyone find you?
I ain't doing shit. No, I'm always on top. I'm on.
You can find him at ain'tdoingshit.com.
I ain't doing shit. I don't do nothing no more. I'm retired. Rell Battle, everything.
Thanks, Rell. This was great. Bye.